they dishonored their profession as journalists. And we picked up the baton and we took over social media. We took over the news. We became the news through social media.
It's like a vacuum of trust. And so we just filled that vacuum
Yeah,
with
exactly.
reliability.
Exactly. People stopped trusting the media because they realized they were being lied to. Then they had to start looking around for who they can trust. And, anyone on social media who puts out a good message, who's consistent, who reports accurately and can be trusted will have an audience. They'll have a following.
And so there's been an executive order recently to remove some of the liability protections for big tech, people like Twitter. The Twitter has gotten really bold, started to editorialize the president's tweets. You have been kicked off of Facebook. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so a lot of people are wondering, hey, why did the White Hats let these big tech giants take it this far? Why did they let the mainstream media take it this far? Don't we have enough dirt on some of these people that they should be in jail right now, or they should have been sued out the wazoo? Why do you think the White Hats have taken this strategy of allowing these big tech giants and the mainstream media to have this semblance or seemingly have a sense of control and sense of protection and a sense of safety, when in reality, at any moment, perhaps a hammer could drop? Do you think it's all going to happen at once?
You have to give social media platforms enough room, and you have to allow them to break the law. You have to allow them to go a little bit too far in censorship. It has to become obvious to the average person that social media platforms are gaming the system. They're trying to suppress certain viewpoints. The evidence, not just from a legal perspective, not just from the DOJ prosecuting them or the FCC creating regulations, but it has to become obvious to the people, average people out there on social media. They have to see what's going on, and they have to agree with Trump's decision to step in and create regulations and possibly have the DOJ investigate the tech companies. So it's been allowed to go this far so that there's enough evidence, both from a criminal perspective, regulatory perspective, but also in the mind of the public. And when Twitter started slapping these labels on Trump's tweets, trying to fact check him, Trump was like, okay, well, now we have a publicly visible issue. It's in the headlines, news is reporting on it, everybody's aware of it. And now Trump has some ammunition that he can use to then go to the FCC, start the regulation process, go to the DOJ. And the thing with the Department of Justice, Barr has personally been overseeing the investigation of antitrust, anti-competitive practices, and some other things regarding Facebook and Google and big tech. Barr has been personally running those investigations. The criminal investigation is already underway. He's coordinating with the FCC and the FTC, right? So the government agencies, the regulatory agencies are working with the DOJ. They've got task forces out that are looking into all these issues. And, to think that nothing's happening, well, is not true. I could go to court, and I might. I'm actually thinking about talking to the U.S. attorney here in Phoenix and having them file a criminal complaint against YouTube for putting, basically censoring and editorializing my YouTube videos. There is a possibility. I'll be talking to the U.S. Attorney's Office about my Facebook situation. They suspended my account.